Friends, in the previous class we are discussing about the chapter triangle. So in that triangle chapter, so we have seen the similar shapes. So you have got the idea of the similar shapes. So then what is meant by the similar shapes? Similar shapes. Stand up and say. So first we have the specs.
Figure which have the same shape and same shape.
Say loudly.
Figure which have the same shape are called similar figure.
Similar figure. I am asking you the similar figure. So half is correct, half is wrong. Yes. The figures which have same shape are called similar figures. Yes, it is right. Wrong. Figures which have same shape, not size. So understand the clarity between the similar shape, similar figures, similar figures. So here, sit down. If you observe this, so this one is the, so which type of plane figure it is? This is a triangle. So and also, this is also a triangle. Both are triangles. So even though both are triangles, so what is the similarity and what is the difference between them? So can you say the difference and similarities between these two? Raise your hands. Those who know the answer, raise your hands. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿ. ಇವೆರಡು ನಡುವೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಿಮಿಲಾರಿಟಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ನಂತರ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್ ಸೂರ್ಯ. Yes. So if you observe this, they have the same shape. So very good. Sit down. So this is also a triangle. It contains three sides. This is also a triangle. It contains three sides. So if you coming to the length of these two, the sides of the length of these two triangles, they are different. Are you observing this? So therefore these two triangles have same shape but differ in the size. Differ in the size. So it is clear that I think you have clear idea about the similar shape. Similar shape means the plane figures having the same shape. Having the same shape. So this is an example for triangle. So what do you call this plane figure? So this one is a rectangle. So how many sides it has? This one is triangle has three sides. So this one is so can we say these two are similar shape? Can we say these two are similar shape? No. So these two are not similar shape. So why they are not similar shape? Their shapes are different. Their shapes are different. And also sizes are different. Sides are different. So it has three sides. It has four sides. Similarly, so which type of plane figure it is? This is a circle. This one is a triangle. It is a rectangle. Why it is called a rectangle? Four sides. It has four sides. So if you observe these two plane figures, so can can we call them as a similar figures? Can we call them as a similar figures? These two are not similar figures. Okay? Main figures. Since it is already done in the previous period. So what is meant by the congruent figures? Now, stand up and say.
Figure which have same shape and same size is called congruent.
Say loudly.
Which have same shape and same size is called congruent.
So the figures which have the same shape and same size are called as congruent figures. So observe here. So these two are the example for the triangles. These two are the triangles. So if you observe both the shape and the size. So the shape is triangular shape. So if you come into the size, by comparing these two triangles, I will put the one on the another. So observe this. So they have the equal size. Equal size. Shape is same and also size is also same. So therefore the figures having the same shape and same size are called as congruent figures. Okay. Now we will see the next part of the chapter. We are going to study the congruency of triangles. So you already know the congruent figures. Now we will see the congruent triangles. Congruent triangles. So congruent triangles means we are going to compare the two triangles. We are going to compare the two triangles. If the two triangles are having the same length and same angles, or we can say that, so if the three sides of one triangle, if the three sides of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides of another triangle. So one triangle in a three sides, so another triangle in a corresponding three sides. Corresponding three sides equally break. And also the angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding angles of another triangle. Corresponding angles of another triangle are equal. So then we can say that those two triangles are congruent triangles. So observe these two triangles. So observe Madi. So the side, this side is the measurement of, or the length of this side is equal to this triangle, and also all the three sides are equal to this triangle, and also all the angles are also equal to one another. Corresponding angles are equal. So therefore we can say that, so these two are the congruent triangles. These two are the congruent triangles. So therefore, so how do you define the congruent triangles? If the three sides of one triangle, are equal to the corresponding three sides of another triangle, and What we have to take the next? The angles. The three angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding angles of another triangle. Then we can say that those two triangles are congruent. Those two triangles are congruent. Now we will see the criteria of triangles. We will see our criteria of congruent triangles. So first one is SAS. That means side angle, side angle, side congruency. Side angle, side congruency. So shortly write SAS congruency. So in all the time we are not going to write the full word side angle, side congruency. Simply we can when we are going to solve the problems, simply we will write it as SAS. So according to this SAS congruency rule, so our statement, it states that in two triangles, two sides and an included angle, of one triangle, included angle of one triangle are equal to corresponding two sides or three sides, corresponding two sides and an included angle. Observe this statement, interpret it properly. In two triangles, two sides and an included angle of one triangle are equal to the corresponding two sides and an included angle. So then those two triangles are congruent. Those two triangles are congruent. So this is the rule. This is the statement of the SAS congruency. So now we shall see with the figure. We will understand this statement with the figure. So I will draw the two triangles. Try to understand the SAS congruency rule by these two with the help of the diagram. So here I have drawn the two triangles. So this is not a construction. So just we have draw the diagram. So I will call this triangle as ABC. Call the triangle as ABC and this one as BCF. This is a triangle ABC and another triangle is triangle ABC. Say, so it has 3 centimeter. So EF has 3 centimeter. AB has 4 centimeter. DE has 4 centimeter. So AC has 5 centimeter. So DF is also 5 centimeter. So and the angle A is 60 degree. So angle B is 50 degree. So what is the remaining angle? Huh? So it will be 70 degree. So similarly, if we take angle D equals 60 degree, angle E as 50 degree, and angle C as 70 degree. Now observe these two triangles. So in triangle ABC, we know the length of the sides. So the side AB is 4 centimeter, BC is 3 centimeter, and AC is 5 centimeter. In the triangle DEF, so side DE is 4 centimeter, EF is 3 centimeter, and DF is 5 centimeter. So by observing these two triangles, so can anybody tell me, so which are the corresponding sides? Which are the corresponding sides of the given two triangles? Stand up. So if you want to answer, you have to stand up and say. Yes. Stand up.
BC and EF.
Say loudly.
BC and EF.
Why BC and EF? Yes, you are right. Exactly, your answer is right. Why BC is equal to EF? So because they have the same length. Next, say all the three corresponding sides.
Same side.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೂರು ಸೈಡ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಯಾವ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳೋದು ಬೇಡ ರೈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ AB so AB is the side corresponding to the D. AB and D are the corresponding sides. Why they are corresponding sides? So because they have same length. Same length 4 centimeter. Similarly, some. So the side AC is equal to side DF. So because these two are same length. So in this way, we have to identify the corresponding sides. Corresponding sides. So similarly, so the corresponding angles. So from girl side, so can you tell me the corresponding angles of the two triangles? So which are the corresponding angles? Girls ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ corresponding angles ಯಾವ್ಯಾವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Corresponding angles. Area, stand up. Angle. You have to take only angle. Delta. ABC. Smart. Very good. Angle A equals angle D. Why? Their measurement is 60 degree. 60 degree. Next. Next angle. Angle B is equal to angle E. So they have 50 degree. Now, so similarly, angle C is equal to here. So now, we will write by comparing these two triangles. In triangle ABC and triangle DEF. ABC and DEF. So we are going to comparing the ABC triangle with the DEF triangle. So therefore we have to write the sides and angles of the triangle ABC the left side and sides and angles of the triangle DEF on the right side. SAS. So we have to take two sides. So I will take up side AB. Side AB is equal to DE. Why they are equal? Their measurement is
7 centimeters.
so what is their measurement? 4 centimeter. Similarly, side BC. Side BC is equal to side EF. So their measurement is
3 centimeters.
3 centimeter. According to this statement, we have taken the two sides. We have taken two sides. So now we have to take the angle. So can we take any one of the angle? Can we compare any one of the angle in the both the triangles? No. So according to this statement, we have to take. So observe here, included angle, two sides and an included angle. So that means, so we have to consider the angle which is formed by what we have taken the two sides. ಯಾವ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಎರಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೋ ಅವುಗಳಿಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. So here we have considered the side AB and BC. So therefore, so which is the angle we have to take here? Angle B. So we have to take angle B. So because this angle is formed by these two sides, angle B is equal. So which is the corresponding angle? Angle E. So if you observe this angle E also, so this angle is also so formed by the side DE EF. DE EF. So its value is 50 degree. Its value is 50 degree. So therefore we can write. So these two triangles are congruent. So therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Here we have to mention yes. So this is the symbol using we are going to use this symbol for the to represent the congruency. This is the symbol we are going to use for the to represent the congruency. So I think you have understand this how to apply the statement to the problem. So SAS exam ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಈಗ. ಓಕೆ. Observe this problem in figure. The side OA is equal to OB. This one OA is equal to OB and side OD is equal to OC. So then we have to show that the triangle AOD, this one triangle AOD is congruent to triangle AOC. So can anyone of you come and prove that problem or solve that problem? Yes, Deepa. Well, mark the sides. Why you have marked those two sides? So it is given. Say loudly. So say loudly first. You have to say loudly from the problem and the figure. So in the statement of the problems, they have given that in these two triangles, the side OA is equal to OB and side OD is equal to OC. Therefore, she has marked that the length of OA is equal to OB and the length of OD is equal to OC. Hey, look here. You have to explain that. Explain that. Listen to her. Okay, right. Good. So here we have to take, observe here, so we have to take the angle. So that means she has taken the angle AOD and angle BOC, these two triangles. So by the statement, so since she has taken these two are equal, we have to take the angle which is formed by these two sides. Similarly, so she has taken these two sides. So therefore, we have to consider this angle COB or BOC. These two angles are equal. So therefore, we can simply prove that. So these two triangles are formed. So now we will see another problem. See another problem. So in a quadrilateral ABCD, the side AC is equal to AD and AB bisects the angle A. So then we have to show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. So observe this. In this figure, ADBC is a quadrilateral. It is a quadrilateral. So in that quadrilateral, they have given the side AC is equal to side AD. And also they have given so the side AB. So this bisects the angle A. This bisects the angle A. So therefore we have to show that these two triangles are congruent. So now, anyone of you come and do that problem? Yes. Devika. So all of you observe these problems. So I will give you another two problems. You have to work out it in your home and also bring that to mark. Nah, don't talk. Hey. Explain how you got that. Hey, listen to her. ABC and right and not they are not equal. Remove the symbol equal. Right and right that triangle here, triangle symbol. Okay. So observe this. This is a quadrilateral. So when we draw the angular bisector of A, so it will be converted into two triangles. If you draw the angular bisector, so then it will be converted into two triangles. Now we have to compare these two triangles. So by comparing these two triangles, so we have to prove that these two triangles are concave. So they are given that the side AC is equal to side AD. Since AB is an angular bisector, so this one angle CAB or BAC is equal to angle DAB. So she has written that in triangle ABC and triangle ABD. So the side AC is equal to AB and AB. The side AB is, so it is a common side. It is a side of the triangle ABC and also it is a side of triangle ADB. So therefore it is the common side for the both the triangle. ಎರಡು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ಗೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅದು ಸೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೈಡ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. AC equals AB ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು given. So AB is equal to AB. This is a common side. Common sides is always equal. And this AB is a bisector. So therefore angle BAC is equal to angle BAA. So therefore these two triangles are common. Okay. So now we will see the homework. We have to solve that and bring it in the tomorrow. The homework. So observe this problem. AB is a line segment. Observe here. AB is a line segment and line L is its perpendicular bisector. So here in this figure, AB is the line segment. So the line L, so this one L. So L is the perpendicular bisector of line segment AB. So now, if a point P lie on this L, so you have to show that. P is equidistant. That means so it is the distance between P and A and P and B are equal. So that means you have to say or you have to show that A is equal to P. Okay. So we will see in the next class.